The Flash, issue 3, written by Joshua Williamson and art by Carmen Di Giandomenico. And he's not missed an issue yet, so he's in terms of like keeping on these double ship books for the longest without taking a break. Carmine's doing well, so
I think he is the top Rebirth player so far.
Must have a tie into some kind of force that gives you speed.
Did he not do at least some of the Rebirth issue?
Well, he did.
He did, yeah.
This is like 4. Yeah.
This is 4. That's what I thought. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, good point. There you go.
Because Vince Skyver did the actual DC Rebirth.
Yeah.
He had chunks of that. So this is the first time we saw G. Domenico was Rebirth, Flash Rebirth.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's 4 issues now, and
yeah, that's it. They're using the Speed Force to actually draw the art.
I think he must be.
That's the only explanation for it. It still looks gorgeous. Still wonderful sort of. I hate to use the word cartoony, but it has that kind of fun, playful, angled speed to it, and it's still very great. And of course, the colorist is going nuts with the reds and the golds and yellows and shit, and all of it's really nice.
It's also made me not hate the yellow lines on his suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it plays with them a little bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah,
just because they come alive, even on what's his name, his new partner,
August.
The ones on his suit do it too, which I think is really cool.
Which he doesn't have a cool name yet, as he points out himself in the issue. So last issue ended with the Speed Force storm hitting, and we've got this bunch of new speedsters, and some of them are being petty thieves. Flash and August are cleaning up town. And we had one quick panel of the rogues being like, guys, maybe it's time to take a vacation from Central City.
Yeah. Poor Heatwave, too. That dude needs some cosmetic surgery. Because he's still all burned up.
Yeah.
So the main gist of this issue, though, is that after Barry and August take some of the criminals back to Iron Heights, they meet this, is it Mina, I want to say?
Yep.
Who is helping all the new speedsters train and making sure they're physically okay and it's not affecting them in all sorts of ways.
Through Star Labs too, so that's
and she herself is also now a speedster, and she has the unique speedster ability of being able to tell that there's other speedsters who aren't necessarily showing themselves, because she's saying that not everyone's actually running about doing stuff with their powers. Some of them are actually scared and whatnot. So her and the Flash go to visit a young girl. Whose name I can't remember, and I can't find the page. So, young girl. Someone can jump in with the name when they find it. And they go to see her, and she's terrified because she can't stop vibrating.
Her name's Avery.
Avery, there you
Avery.
go. Yep. And they try to comfort her, and Flash has this really sweet moment where he sits down, he's like, right, this is a trick I always use, like count to 5 and say 5 things that you love or whatever. And I thought, it was a really sweet moment. This was Barry getting a chance to... Because Barry's always a nice guy. Like, Barry's...
To a fault.
To a fault. Possibly even more than Superman, to an extent. Like,
which we talked about this last week, where even his... Well, not here. We talked about it
Ultron, Matt. Ultron.
Oh.
That's fine. Skype's holding. It's okay.
Yeah. So, we talked about it on 1.21 that Barry's so likable, even his villains kind of like him.
It's true, yeah.
So, it is to a fault. But, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So, it's a really sweet scene, and them all running, like that page afterwards of them all running together is really, really cool. So, because it's even the narration box is, we'll all run there together.
Do you know what's really impressive? You add all these speedsters, and speedsters should become less special, dilution. But it does. It just feels awesome seeing them all.
Do you know what it is though? It's like he's making Williamson's making characters out of them, and I already kind of like the kid, and I kind of like Mina. Like
and you like August.
Yeah, and August is cool too. So they're building a supporting cast, like.
Kind of like he used to have. Weird.
Yeah. They're kind of bringing some of those back as well, of course. But you can almost see if they build enough cool characters out of this, we could almost have a Speed Force book, and Flash could get a second book.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
Where we follow the Flash family that's not Barry.
Right. Well, that's kind of, they always have had a lot of speedsters between Max Mercury and Jesse Quick and and but they weren't all Speed Force related,
And they weren't
which
usually all in one book at the same
Yeah.
time.
Here's an idea. What if like Barry keeps his own double shipping book, right? And there's all these new speedsters, but Barry has to go deal with X thing for whatever reason. So he brings in Wally to train new Wally and this young girl and Mina, and maybe I don't know. Maybe we get Jesse Quick back, or like.
You're describing Detective Comics in Flash form.
I know, but I want it. I want it.
Just tell Barry he has to go deal with some Justice League stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call
It's easy.
He has to go out on a date with Jessica.
Yeah, I was going to call it Speed Force, right? But you're right. We have Action Detective and possibly Sensation if they're listening to us. So this should be called Fast Comics. No, wait.
Well, he debuted in Showcase.
Yeah, I don't want to call it Showcase though. It has to be something comics. Something comics. Showcase Comics. There you go. Done.
See, I don't think that works. Showcase works as like this is where you want to showcase up and coming things, like
True,
new things.
true.
It works as like
Oh, yeah.
an anthology almost.
True.
But
Whereas it's
Alright.
something new.
Well, Speed Force Comics then. That
Yeah.
works.
fine.
Whatever.
But
I don't
yeah.
care as long as it's good.
But also,
I get
this is the most also I cared about New Wally.
Yeah, this was fun too. Yeah.
So because he's still a kid from the streets,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Iris is hustling the police trying to get information on a case, and new Wally speeds in and steals the file for Iris. Which is the only advancement we get of the whole, was it the Black something? The
Black
team?
Hole.
Black hole.
There you go. And, yeah, so that's the one little nudge of advancement. But I feel like they're going to play out throughout multiple arcs, because obviously this arc, which I believe is 8 issues long, this is one of the longer first arcs, is obviously mainly going to deal with Godspeed, who incidentally gets introduced at the end of this issue. And I like that they took time for this. They really set up all these different elements of the Speed Force Cloud and these new supporting characters. And so that's really cool. But they really set up the idea that someone came in and killed these like petty criminal speedsters. And August looks like he's not having a good day of it. He might even be dying. I don't know. Probably not, but he's fucked up.
he's been severely weakened.
He
Yeah.
looks like he could be, but then you think, Speed Force, he'll be back on his feet.
Yeah, and he was a cop, so he was more adept at dealing with it than these
Yeah.
thugs were. But for that image, you get a Godspeed, and he's posed. Usually, I don't like poses, but this one it worked to the advantage.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. You turn that page to that, it's just like,
Yep.
damn, looks good.
Do you know,
Yeah.
we can crack jokes about this, like it being Power Ranger-like, but there's something about the Flash costume where you can do different coloured variations of it, and it works really well. This is a white and gold Flash suit, and it looks awesome.
It does.
So that's cool. He looks great. And then August says he's using the Speed Force as a weapon. Now I don't know if that means he's just like firing lightning at people, like we know Barry can do, or if it's something more new and specific.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to think new and specific, because obviously the Mina has the tracking.
Yeah.
So I'm inclined to think that maybe every single one of these speedsters has their own thing. They've just got to discover it.
And Barry might just be able to do them all if he knows.
Which is cool, because
Yeah.
maybe that means that these new characters can be unique if like Mina sticks around, if August sticks around. I kind of expect one of them to get snuffed by the end of the arc, but
But it gives a reason for them to be all on a team together as well, if they
Yeah.
all have a specific ability.
and Speed Force Comics created by Comics From The Multiverse.
Yeah.
Are you listening, DC? Are you listening?
Also, just
the-
again,
Yeah.
Godspeed is such a cool name for a Flash villain.
Yeah.
It surprised me that they took this long to come up with
Yeah.
it, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Really did. So that's the Flash. Flash was great, wonderfully consistent.